That was so cringy. But we in this thing. We in this thing. We are live on TikTok as well. Um, I really don't have a real reason as to why I'm up here today. I was just told to get on live today. Um, that's crazy. Hey Ari. Hey girl, how you doing? See, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? The instant response versus here is like I feel like a sitting fucking duck. That's good. I like your profile picture. You look cute. I was just on TikTok showing them my new decks that I got because I just experienced a massive reality check from my spirit guides last night. And that's why I'm back. I feel like I'm in a hey Malaysia. I feel like I'm in a I feel like I'm in a toxic relationship with YouTube. I keep making up the breakup and shit. You breaking up and coming back. Like, no, I was just kidding. I was just kidding. Hey, Tiffany. How are you? It's been so long. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with it next. I got a bunch of like hair dye colors, like pink, and I think I got like a rose gold. I got a pink, a ginger, and an orange color. Hi, Jasmine. Thank you. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Like I said, I got TikTok over here. I was feeling real awkward over there, so I was like, let me come back to my little cozy nest on YouTube and do a live. Um, it's okay. I know. I know. Like I said, I feel like I've been making up to break up with y'all. Yeah, I'm on TikTok right now. I'm on TikTok right now. Beatrice is in this one, and my sister. They've been holding it down for me. It is. It is. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So maybe this is giving me hope, right? Not what you said, love. Love. My love life is great as far as I'm concerned. Hi, LM White. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. I was just doing a deck review. Hi Roberto, thank you so much. I was just doing a deck review on TikTok because I ordered 4 new decks. Ari, I don't know where your sense of time is, but I need you to pull it back and slow down. She just turned 1. And the last time I got on here, you was like, we haven't seen you in like 2 years. I'm like, Ari, it has not been that long. Hi, Diamond. I'm like, girl, it has not been that long. I was just on here in December. But I need you to reel it back in because she's not too. Thank God. Thank God. Because she already given me the what do you call it? Terrible two blues. All right. And she's 1. She just turned 1, April 26th. We threw her first birthday party. It was themed Paris. It was themed Layla in Paris. Her name is Layla. Layla in Paris. So it was Paris themed. We had pastries. We had the charcuterie board. It was just really, really cute. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. Like it was perfect outside. Like it was a great day. That's my baby. And I was just like, even though she might not remember this, I don't know because these Gen B babies are just different. They just different. I don't know. But if she do remember it, she's gonna remember that we were there to support her and just give her the very best time. you know. And then we're also in an age of technology, so it's like she's gonna be able to look back on this anyway one day, even if she doesn't have memory of it, like pictures, videos, and all of that. It's gonna be there, you know. I'm even like building her YouTube channel and stuff like that, where we post all of the family memories and moments and experiences. So she has something to look back on, like a digital, what do you call it? Like a digital scrapbook, or you know. Yeah, yeah. I gotta post it. I'm gonna post her birthday video on TikTok. She was whipping it in her little hot pink Land Rover. You know, I didn't buy that shit. Her grandmother did, her gammy. Her grandma bought her a hot pink Land Rover truck. And she was whipping it. Okay, it's actually remote control, but we had her whipping it around the backyard. It was so freaking cute. It was so freaking cute. And she had on her little tutu and her shirt that said the birthday girl. You know, she had on her little pink shades. I actually keep them on my desk now. She had on her little pink shades. And she was styling. I was like, yes, that's my baby. She's definitely my daughter. But yeah, okay, so I showed TikTok. I'm going to show you guys the decks. So I got a new Rider Waite deck, but this is the gold foil tarot deck. When I tell you I'm in love already, it's so freaking gorgeous. Basically all the cards are gold, right? They look better on YouTube actually. That's the Ace of Cups, so stinking cute, okay? I'm like, oh yeah, oh yeah. That's the Death card. Like you can still see the colors. The colors are still very vibrant, but the gold foil just adds quality. It just adds taste, okay? And I'm like, this is exactly what I need. I needed an upgrade because the OG deck was just the energy in that deck. I just don't resonate with it anymore, you know. And I'm gonna still keep it. I'm gonna still keep it, but I really don't like touching that deck anymore. I really don't like. I needed some new decks, so we got that one. Oh, I see y'all over here. Hey, hey, hey. Oh gosh. Ari, can we not talk about my love life? You said Kipper is your homie. I know, right? Kipper. I think I might. Do I have that in here? It's over there somewhere. I need to get a shelf for my decks so I can like put them up nice and pretty and organized. Because right now they sitting in one of my daughter's backpacks, her Minnie Mouse backpack, and that's not appropriate. But I don't have nowhere else to fucking put them. Um, so I got this one too, Angel Number Oracle deck, which I was like, okay, I definitely need this. And it was funny because on TikTok, I was telling them, like, I always see 938. I'm always seeing 938, and they have that number in this deck, and it actually means keep going, you know? It actually means keep going. Yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather not talk about it right now. But I'll fill y'all in at some point. Y'all will be filled in on what's been going on with me. But yeah, there's messages on here. This one is 1414. It says ignite your spark, and it, you know, basically gives you like a little paragraph breakdown, and also gives you like a writing prompt, journaling prompt, or just something that you can reflect on leaving the reading, which I really, really like. Oh, what's the odds? I split it on 938. Keep going. That's what they've been screaming at me for like weeks now. I've been seeing this number has been fucking haunting me. Okay, and it says keep going. The angels are proud of you, your resilience, your efforts. They're sending strength and guiding you through challenges towards success and prosperity. In what areas of my life do I need to keep pushing forward? And this was the area of my life, like my passion projects, my business, you know, getting back to what I love. And what's crazy is this epiphany didn't come in for me until I tapped into my inner child. So this past weekend, Mother's Day weekend, it was very crafty. Like, we did, the women, we stood up for each other. Like, we came through for each other. Like, typically in my family, so like all of the men, the husbands, the boyfriends, they typically come together and they'll do like a really nice dinner or like surprise the women with something really, really nice. They cater to us, you know, they feed us, they, you know, pour our drinks, you know, whatever we need. They cater to us that day and make it about the mothers, they make it about the women. So that's what we're used to. But this year we came together and we did things on our own that did not include the guys. They still end up doing a dinner for us. Like, we had freaking salmon and shrimp and steak and lamb chops and cooked spinach, and we had wine, we had tequila, we had whatever we wanted, we had it, okay? And they even like took the kids to the park so that we wouldn't be, you know, interrupted and things like that. But part of the weekend, we actually end up painting like pots, like plants, like pots that you would plant plants in and flowers and shit. We we painted those, and that was like day one of me tapping into like my inner child. And like, because I love to draw, I love art, I love crafts and shit like that. Like, I was very much into that as a kid. Like, I remember I collected all of my popsicles. Like, I used to have the, you know, the push, was it push pop? I don't remember the name of the brand, but it was the brand that had like the little messages on the popsicle sticks. When you finished, it was like a little joke or a message. And I used to collect those popsicle sticks until I had enough to like build like my own house out of popsicle sticks. So I had my freaking Elmer's glue, and I sat and I built a whole fucking house out of popsicle sticks. You know, so that's just an example. Like, I've always been very crafty. So like doing something like painting a pot, you know, activated that within me, activated that energy in my solar plexus, in my root chakra. And then the next day, you know, this is where the men came in and they did a dinner for us, but it was a sip and paint. So they had these little easels set up on the tables outside. You know, there were balloons. It was very pretty, very well put together. And they had us paint, you know, it was either you could choose between a man or a woman. Um, and they look like AI generated pictures, and you pretty much had to copy the picture. Um, and mine was very different from everyone else's. I think I'm an artist. I would consider myself an artist. I just not a professional one, but I think that I do love my art, you know, and they laughed at me because I was the one that did not draw inside the lines. I didn't paint inside the lines. I pretty much just did my own thing and created my own character. And I used the picture that they gave as inspiration versus trying to actually copy what it looked like. I used it as inspiration for something that I created. And I think that my painting came out pretty freaking well. I think it came out good. Do I want to show y'all? Do I want to show y'all? I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't want to get up right now. I don't want to get up right now. But yeah, so between the hi Jasmine K, between the painting the pots and doing the canvas painting of the people and stuff like that, really activated something in me. And it also put me in a very relaxed space to where I was able to receive the guidance that God was trying to give me, like, for weeks now. It was like I was seeing it, I was receiving it, but I was also ignoring it at the same time because I'm like, you know, I'm constantly moving, I'm constantly doing things. You know, as soon as I get off of work, it's like the work doesn't end there. You know, like, I come home, I'm a mom, and I'm pouring into that, you know, and then I have like a little window of time for myself, you know, and I squeeze in some self care or whatever. I squeeze in some time with my spirit guides, but it had been a long time since I actually sat and like was grounded in that energy for like a good amount of time, you know, because typically I do like my prayers, my meditation, my stretches and stuff before I go to bed. But by the time my head hit that motherfucking pillow and I start talking to them, I done dozed off. I done dozed off in the middle of our conversation. So it just feels like they haven't been able to really get through to me for some time, because we keep like leaving off on cliffhangers in the middle of our like coming to Jesus moments, right? So yesterday, like, I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna do too much. I'm gonna have me a little drinky drink, and I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna jam out. For Mother's Day, I got some of these headphones. These headphones, I freaking love them. Freaking love them. They're better than the freaking AirPods, okay? I messed around and got some freaking fourth generation AirPods thinking that the quality was gonna be top tier, and it's not. It's not. I wasted my money. I could have saved my money, and I added it to my phone bill. So for about 2-3 months, I was paying off these fucking AirPods that don't even work the way that they should. Like, the y'all heard it before. I done got on here on live with them damn AirPods, and it's like breaking up. You could barely hear me. It's just terrible. So I was very happy that somebody had got me some overhead headset headphones, wireless headphones, that I can use now. You said Sony's. These are JBL. That's the brand, JBL. They're pretty good too. Like, I keep these on even when I'm not listening to anything. And I don't know, it kind of helps me because, you know, I'm very clairaudient. And for some reason, when I have those headphones on, it's like it blocks out that as well. Like, I feel like my thoughts are more centered. I can hear a lot clearer, lot clearly, lot clear. Um, so I've been doing that. Like, while I'm at work, I just keep them on, even if I'm not playing any music, and it's done. It's made a world of a difference. It's made a world of a difference because I work in an office space. Yes, they are loud. They are loud, but I love it. I work in an office space with a lot of people. Now, I don't know if y'all can, but try to like imagine being a medium and working in an office full of people. I'm picking up on all of those energies. I'm picking up on their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions, their intentions, all of it, all day long. And I cannot fucking stand it. I cannot fucking stand it. I will say though, it has helped me to discern my energy from other people. I've mastered that at this point. At this point, I have mastered it, okay? I know what is mine versus somebody else's, you know? But literally, like, I will feel somebody else's physical sensations from across the fucking room, you know? And I'm like, well, why the fuck am I feeling like this? It's that motherfucker over there, you know? So I'm like, I need to get up out of here. I need to get up out of here. And I think that's why it's been so hard for them to kind of get through to me as far as like redirecting me back on this path and continuing this path, you know, because there's just been so many other energies like intruding on my own like thoughts and shit. It's just like, it's so fucking annoying. So I've decided that I'm going to leave that place and just build from home because I genuinely want to be home with my baby. Like, that has been the goal for the past year, but this place that I'm at has made it so difficult for me to like progress, you know, in my work. So I just have to tell it like it is. Like, you know, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta get the hell up out of here. Okay? I'm not about to waste no more time in this space where I'm not appreciated, I'm not valued, I'm not respected. You know, it's already bad enough I come in here every day fighting for my motherfucking life because I'm picking up on hundreds of different energies in one room. You know, of course they don't fucking know that. But I do, and I feel it, and I experience it, you know? So, but I do feel like everything happens for a reason, and I think being in that space definitely helped me mature in my gift as well. Um, I learned a lot about my clairaudience as well. I was able to develop a deeper bond with my spirit guides and my higher self in that space because it was absolutely necessary. It was absolutely necessary. I tell you, Archangel Michael used to be in there helping me. I would stop, like, especially if having like a meeting with like my boss and shit like that. Listen, when it comes to working for other people, that's just not my forte. It's just not my forte. I don't like working for other motherfuckers, okay? I feel like I'm a leader in my own right. I'm my own motherfucking boss. And I think that when working in a space where there's a certain process or system in place, but being intuitive as well and knowing what works and what would work and what wouldn't work, but still having to like imagine. So this happened to me before, right? I'm gonna give an example. I used to work in a doctor's office. I worked at a family practice as a patient registrar. So I used to sit at the front window, check patients in, schedule them for their appointments, answer phones. I'm working with the medical assistants, all of that shit, right? So one of the medical assistants that I was working with, she had really bad menopause. Like, really bad. Like, you could just be talking to her and then all of a sudden you just see her pits just pouring sweat and she's dripping from her face. And she used to call it something summers or some shit like that. Some type of summer. It's a phrase where they use summer sweats or some shit, but it was just bad. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, like I can't take this anymore, blah blah blah. I don't know what I'm gonna do." So me, I'm a medium, so I'm sitting here and basically you say you had to switch to your iPad. I'm on my iPad now. I'm glad I charged it up. But basically, I'm a medium, so I'm sitting there, I'm picking up on her grandfather that passed away for one. And basically he's giving me the instruction to tell her what vitamins to take that would help her menopause symptoms, at least the sweating aspect of it. So basically, I wrote down on a sticky note like these different vitamins and things that she could take, and I gave it to her. And I was like, "You should try this." And she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna try this." So a couple days passed, and I'm like, "Okay, well, did you go get the supplements that I told you to get for your menopause?" And she's like, "No, I didn't. I didn't go get them. My cousin, she actually put me on to something. She told me to try these pills or whatever. So I think I'm gonna just give that a try. Blah blah blah." And I'm like, "I think you should really consider these." And in that moment, she was like, "Have you had an experience with this? Like, have you used these? Like, do you know anything about this?" And of course, I'm young as shit. I ain't dealing with menopause and all that bullshit yet, okay? I'm barely making it through PMS, okay? But I can't sit there and tell her, like, "Oh, I'm a psychic medium and your granddad told me to tell you to take these motherfucking supplements." Hard headed. Some people just hard headed. But I feel like I'm always in a position like that where I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck do I do? Do I like come out the motherfucking closet in moments like that? Like, is there a different way that I can approach people in the real world and be like, "Hey, I think you should do X, Y, and Z." And no, I don't have any experience in this, but a really, really significant bird came to me in my ear and told me to tell you this shit. And I think you should listen. Like, I don't know how to approach situations like that, but I guess I will learn. But I was saying that because in my workspace, there's a lot of things that I don't agree with, and it's not necessarily because of, oh, they're telling me to do it. It's because I know it's not going to fucking work. Because intuitively I know it's not going to fucking work. Also, intuitively, I am picking up on people's real intentions with me, especially my boss. So sitting in a room, you said some people are more open. See, with her in particular, I could tell like she had some sort of like spiritual thing going on. You know, like she had like her she had like a salt lamp on her desk. She did have on like a little bracelet or whatever. But the thing is, I'm not opposed to opening up about my spirituality. No, not at all. The thing that gets me is there are not a lot of people who are accepting of mediumship. Like once medium comes in, they automatically think, oh, this bitch talk to dead people, and they either run in the other direction, or they ask a bunch of unnecessary ass questions, or they assume my gift. Like they assume that, oh, because I said medium, this is what I do. And it's like, no. Medium, that's a broad term, okay? But you know, of course it's commercialized and in social media and on TV. They paint it out to be, oh, you just talk to fucking ghosts, you know, and you talk to people's passed on loved ones and shit. And that's not just it, you know what I'm saying? So mediumship is, oh shit, how y'all gonna end my life? TikTok. Okay, we still here? They got some nerve. TikTok ain't gonna see me again. TikTok ain't gonna see me again. What do you mean I'm not active? It said we're gonna end your live due to inactivity. So would you just know that I'm not looking at the screen? TikTok got one more time. I'm telling you, TikTok got one more time. But in a nutshell, I'm just trying to work around that part of it all. Like being more open about like my mediumship and shit. Even though I know it's like very common, it's just like you automatically become like a scrutiny to people. Like it's not, oh, okay, let me listen to what you have to say and really take it into consideration. It's like, oh, let me test you. And it's like, bitch, you don't gotta listen to me. Okay? Keep going about your motherfucking life and leave me the fuck alone. Let me go about mine. I was just trying to do a good deed and dropping some fucking knowledge and wisdom on you to help you live a better fucking life, possibly. Okay? And in that case, it was menopause. And guess what? She probably still sweating to this motherfucking day because she ain't never went and got them goddamn supplements. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, you can't force people to believe in you. You just gotta believe in yourself, and that has to be enough. Okay, that has to be enough. God will use you and put you in position to minister and mentor to the right people at the right time and in the right place. Okay, but I don't got time for edge walkers. Okay. Either you believe in the shit or you don't, okay? Just like you got edge walkers when it comes to certain religions and shit. Either what you lukewarm, okay? You got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I need you to make up your mind. Who are you? I need you to make up your mind. Like, and I feel like there are individuals who claim that they are spiritual and open and free-minded and shit like that, but then when you walk up to them and you reading them and you telling them some shit, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, I'm scared. Let me back out of this real quick. Let me back out of this real quick. So I'm just like, I'm kind of done with the whole working world and 9 to 5 and all that other shit. Like, of course I'm gonna still work. That's a given, but like, eventually I just want to work for myself to avoid all the bullshit that comes with like being in the public with these gifts and abilities. And it's also a part of me that be curious because, like I said, I work in a big office. I'd be like, well, I wonder how many other people are in here are like me, like, and I just don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if it's a down ass chick across the way that do what I do, and we both blending in this motherfucker? And I feel like I met one Deadass. I feel like I met one in the bathroom. I felt her as soon as I walked in the damn bathroom. Probably before then. Before I even opened that motherfucking door, I felt her energy. Right? It was almost like a recognition or some shit. You know? Like, hey. And it was very fitting. Like, she was dressed in all black from head to toe. I was like, yep, yep, she's one of us. She's one of us. I think I found one. That was it. I didn't carry on any further conversation, anything like that, but it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. I wonder if I had asked her, what would she have said? What would she have said? Everybody wear their shit differently. I mean, I love my black. Don't get me wrong, I love my black, but I've been leaning more into more colors. You know, I lightened up my hair. So I'm not walking around here looking scary as shit, you know? Like, I already have a resting bitch face. And this, the dark aesthetic on top of that is just like, whoa, what the fuck is she going through? What the fuck is she going through? And so I had to lighten it up a little bit. I had to lighten it up. We wearing brighter colors now. I still throw on my black even sometimes on the hottest days. But that's just me. Did I show y'all the other decks? No, okay, I showed you the foil deck. The angel numbers. Oh, and then there's this one. These are just another oracle deck. This has like fresh start, lighten up. We was just talking about lighten up. It says, remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. Yes, there are hard things happening. No, it's not always easy to be here on earth, but you can always find time to laugh, be silly, and have fun. It's so important that you do so. That's one of the cards. I like that. I really, really like that. I like this deck. This one in particular, I feel like I'm really going to use. I'm going to make sure we still active over here because TikTok trying me. TikTok is trying me. But yeah. I don't know how many of y'all saw my little rant on the community board that day. When I tell you I was so fucking triggered. I was so fucking triggered that day. It was somebody, I forgot her channel name, but she basically does reaction videos to like different TikTok trends or like controversial shit. She's also very spiritual, so she did one reaction video to basically spiritual TikTok. Like spiritual TikTok is becoming toxic and there's a lot of like false prophets and people are falling into these illusions and shit and it's ruining people's lives. Hi, Cherry Blossom. So for some reason that just triggered my fucking ego and I was just pissed, you know, because I was like, I've been talking about this shit for years. For years I've been saying this shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and for me that's like a trigger point for me because when I get on here I do it because I genuinely fucking I love it. I love like teaching people and you know sharing my gifts, not for validation or not for views, not for money, not for none of that shit. You know, of course I'm gonna ask for a donation because I need to be paid for my time and energy. This shit is not fucking easy. You know, but that's not why I do what I do. And there are individuals that get on here and abuse that like intention, like they abuse the power that they gain or like the quick following that they might gain from getting up here and just saying just anything out their fucking mouth. you know, and even projecting some of their bullshit onto their so-called clients. And it's like, what? No, that's not what this is for. That's not what this is for, okay? And it's gotten to a point where I'm just fed up with it, honestly, because scrolling, I've deleted so many accounts. I've deleted so many accounts, and there's a lot of new accounts that are popping up, new people get popping up on the scene, and you can feel their energy is just so fucking dense and dark. Like, even when I'm scrolling on motherfucking TikTok, some of them be popping up on live, and you just see them going, doing their readings and shit, and screaming at the fucking camera, and I'm like, yo, this is too much. Baby, you need to go ground. You need to go take a bath or something because your energy is just, it is so dark. Like, you ever like walk through like a cloud of smoke and like you inhale it by accident? That's what it feels like when I come across certain individuals that are on live or just like their videos and they decide to like maybe show their face or whatever. And their face don't even have to be showing, but you can just feel through the phone like this is not right. This is not okay. I shouldn't be listening to this person. I shouldn't be getting guidance from this person. You know, like all of this is just a projection, you know, of their own issues and insecurities and things that they're going through. And I don't need to take on that. Like, I mean, I would hope that you guys are feeling that, you know, and you're not just randomly clicking on different people because like you desperate for answers and shit like that, you know. But anyway, I did like a little rant on the community board. I was just like, I'm retiring, I'm done, I'm not doing this shit no more. I think I told Jasmine K that I was retiring early. I was like, yeah, this is the last one. This is the last client. I'm ever gonna be the last client that I ever take. I'm going in a new direction. It was just very dramatic. It was very fucking dramatic, but we're back. We're back. Something just keeps pulling me back, okay? So I'm like, I know there's a bigger purpose behind why this foundation has been put in place. And I've just gotten to a point where I'm like okay with the slow burn. I'm okay with taking my time. I'm okay with being patient with myself as well. Like, y'all, I'm so freaking hard on myself. It's fucking ridiculous. But that's all that fucking Capricorn in my chart. Like, I have a lot of Capricorn. Um, my chart is mostly Capricorn, is mostly Aquarius, okay. I got a little bit of Scorpio, Aries, Sag, Leo. So we got all the fire placements in that bitch. But we got all this earth energy, you know, that kind of keeps me from being consistent with things that I'm very passionate about for some reason. And that was something that I touched on last night with my higher self and my spirit guides. Like, that's something that stemmed from childhood, you know, and something that I've had to take time to work through and work out of, you know. So it's just being in like a internal battle with yourself. It's like, oh my gosh, I just want to do this thing, but I can't because there's still something subconsciously, you know, probably a traumatic response from way back when for something that I dealt with, something that I haven't addressed within myself yet that is keeping me from acting on the things that I want to act on. You know, so it was like a relief on my soul last night, you know, as that Scorpio full moon came in to kind of reveal the truth of why it's been hard for me to like act, you know, act on the things that I'm passionate about, you know, and be like consistent in it outside of, you know, life just happening, you know, and having to take time away to build in certain other areas of my life, of course, you know. So I hope you guys, you know, took advantage of that moon energy last night as well. And did some shadow work. It, for me, it felt like light work. It didn't feel like shadow work. It felt like light work because honestly, when they brought that revelation to me, I was laughing. I was laughing so hard, like tears was coming to my motherfucking eyes because I'm just like, girl, what the fuck have you been doing? It was like coming home to myself. It was like a piece of me that came back home and was spilling all the motherfucking tea. Like, girl, this is what's been going on for the past few years. Right? So now we gotta play catch up. We gotta play catch up. Right? So I don't know. I just wanted to get on here and ramble for a little bit. TikTok. I'm not gonna give up on TikTok. Just not yet. We gonna keep doing this, and I might do this setup to where it's like, okay, we do live on YouTube and we go live on TikTok, and see how that works. See how that works. I just got my daughter into like a nightly routine type of thing, so I'm now trying to have her down by 8 o'clock every night, and it's been working since Sunday. Like she was down by like, what was that? What time is it now? She was probably down to bed by like 7:15 tonight. I gave her a bath. I let her play, like when we got home. Like I usually let her play, you know, watch her TV, you know, we play on the floor or whatever for a little bit. And then, you know, if she's getting a bath at night, I give her a bath. I make her bottles, I clean her bottles, prep them for the next day. I get her outfit out for the next day. You know, I get my stuff together for the next day, and then put her down, and then I get ready for bed. Like it's just been that routine. So I'm like, all right, it's time to factor in time for my business. So that means I need to put her on a set schedule. So I've been trying to get her in bed before 8 o'clock. So at the very least, that gives me time to get my shit together and try to be on here by 8:30. You know, by 8:30. So I think I'm gonna block it off from like 8:30 to like 10:30-ish is gonna be my window of time for this, you know. So happy to be back, y'all. Happy to be back. Thank you guys. Anybody who I reached out to join this live and you joined, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you to Beatrice. Thank you to Malaysia. You guys reached out and wished me happy Mother's Day. That was so sweet. I was not expecting that. It was so good to hear from you guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed your Mother's Day as well. You know, y'all are two of my OG supporters, and I love you guys so much. Both of you guys, like Beatrice, you've been rocking with me for a long time. You've been rocking with me for a long time, and you are one of the people I've had the pleasure of meeting in person, and you know, we connecting, and it was such a great vibe. Yes, thank you. I don't know if you're a mom, but happy belated Mother's Day. I hope you enjoyed your Mother's Day. But yeah, Beatrice, you just always in my corner. Like, I feel like I come on here and it's certain things that I share on here, and then there's certain things that I don't share on here, and I feel like you've kind of gotten a peek into like the things that I wouldn't share on here. You know what I'm saying? So those of you who have connected with me outside of social media, like, just know that I appreciate you, and I thank you for allowing me to be seen and heard and to feel like an actual person, you know, a human being, for showing me compassion, for showing me grace, for being such a support system, you know, such a support system outside of this. You know, I show up and I support others, I pour into others, but it definitely feels good to have people give back to you in that way too. So thank you, and thank you. I've been playing with this deck for a while now, so it should be nice and tuned up. It should be nice and tuned up. I might have it sit for a little bit though. Oh, I forgot I ordered some incense too. Ordered some incense. I really wanted the dragon's blood. It comes in this pack. We have dragon's blood, we have positive vibes, we have sandalwood, we have nag champa, and then there's this other one called super hit. I don't know what the hell that is, but hopefully something good. I'm gonna just burn a little bit of this. I love the smell of dragon's blood. And that name just sounds so dark. But I love dragon's blood, man. I love the smell of it too. Oh, there's lavender in here too. Lavender. You said you love dragon's blood, yeah. I love the smell of it. I mean, and the properties too. Like, man, you wanna get some shit up out your house? Burn some motherfucking dragon's blood, okay? This has patchouli too. Okay, so let's see how this smells. I don't think I've ever used this brand of dragon's blood. Next, I'm gonna get some more crystals. I haven't been to the crystal shop in so long, and I need some new bracelets. I really want to get a necklace. I just don't know what kind I want to get yet. But I know I've been really drawn to like peridot. It went up my nose a little bit, but it's very strong. It smells good. I still have my little incense holder from Jasmine that she sent me. Does anybody want to do a free reading before I get off of here? I'm only doing one person. Just one. Okay. Okay, Cherry, we could do you. You was the first to say something. We could do you, and then I'm gonna go to bed because I actually am a little sleepy. But I said I was gonna get on here, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get on here. I'm gonna stick to my word. Okay. These are messy. Oh my gosh. And we can make use of these new decks that I got. And there goes the dog. Okay. Guess we're not doing our nails tonight either. They're gonna be done. They're gonna be done before the weekend. I know that. They're gonna be done before the weekend. I really want to try those press-ons. Okay. Good night. Love you too. Thank you for supporting. Okay, so we're doing Cherry. Okay. Cherry, what do you need? What are you looking into? Or you just want me to pull a general message for you? Update from your spirit guides? Anything that they've been maybe trying to bring to your attention, possibly. Put these new decks to work. Let's see. Say yes. Okay, so just an update from your team. Oh gosh, what do I want to start with? What do I want to start with? Oh, okay. Oh, Cherry, if you can you take a deep, deep, deep breath for me? Okay. All right, thank you. First thing, as I was doing a quick little meditation, I was hearing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 over and over again. But I mean, hopefully, if that number comes out in the new deck that I got, then we know that's significant. But 1, 2, 3 typically means that you're going in the right direction. You're on the right path, or that something that you're doing is in direct alignment with like a certain checkpoint in your life, like that you're coming up on. So like this could be you coming into contact with destiny, like literally, you know, you're on your path, that you're on the right path pretty much, you know. So if you were worried about that, don't worry about that. Okay, so we're gonna pull a message and see what is the overall for Cherry. Healing. Okay, your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. You're going through many transformations at once, and you're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing you need with open arms and an open heart. Okay, so we know the overall energy for you is healing. What is the healing surrounding though? Grounding. So we got healing and grounding out here for you. Okay, so this almost sounds like they want you to tap in with them a little more. You know, I don't know how often you pray or how often you ground yourself, but there's a reason why we needed to do that prior to going into your reading, where I told you to take a deep breath and we had that moment of silence. This might be calling you to take your time and sit down with your team and just do that, even if it's just breath work. Okay, it's going to help you silence your thoughts. It's going to help you ground your emotions. That could be the part that they're focusing on with you right now, learning how to ground your emotions, not to react or make decisions based off of your emotional state at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if maybe there were some decisions in your past, or either maybe even a recent decision, or maybe a path you're considering where, you know, you're not grounded in your decision making at this time. They could be telling you to pause. Okay, I just split the deck. It says pause. It says you're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back, look at the possible outcome, and make sure you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. Okay, so in the beginning I was saying 1, 2, 3, right? So you're being faced, you could be at a fork in the road right now, right? I feel like you could be being tugged in one direction specifically, but something keeps coming in and interfering for some reason. And I'm also hearing a parent. My ear is ringing. So I don't know if there's like a parental figure or influence, or maybe something that happened in your past with a parent that is keeping you from moving in a certain direction. We have presence. Okay, so I don't know if this is a passed over loved one. You said they're older. Oh, okay. Ooh, I don't know how old, but hopefully no one's going to pass over. You're being asked to spend more time in the present moment. All of this is about grounding for you. Maybe they're preparing you for something that is actually in alignment with your destiny. Like something is getting ready to happen where you're gonna be at like a crossroads, like you're gonna have to make a decision. Hopefully, I mean, I heard parents, so it has something to do with your parents. We have step back. Look, all of these cards are asking you to reflect. They're asking you to pull back. This could even be asking you to maybe prioritize yourself at this time. When you say take care of your parents, I don't know how deep that is. Like, I don't know if you're like their caregiver, if they're sick and they need your help, or you're just there to support financially. Like, I don't know the extent of it, but it seems like you're pouring too much of yourself into another situation. It's keeping you from making a decision that would best suit you and your path in particular, right? You might be putting your own path and journey on the back burner in order to show up for certain individuals, where it's like, I'm not trying to be insensitive here, but it's like they've lived their life, okay? You cannot continue to drain the life that you have and the youth that you have and the ambition and you care for them, cook for them, take them shopping. Yes, and I understand that. I get that because I've come in close contact with something similar, you know. And I mean, maybe that is the crossroads that you're at. Maybe you do have ambitions. Maybe you do want to move forward. You want to do something else. You want to explore life and see what's out there. What's out there for you. But there's this obligation and this responsibility that you have, that you carry. And it could be becoming a little heavy for you at this time. Okay, it says have faith, right? So, I mean, there's a need for you to have faith. I do feel like you're definitely going to be rewarded for all of the hard work that you've been putting in, you know? Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I can feel the emotion as well. I can tell you really, really do love them deeply, you know? And trust me, they don't take it for granted. They don't take it for granted. Even if at moments you may feel like that, they don't take it for granted. We have the celebrate card. Something's getting ready to come in. Something's getting ready to come in that is going to set you free. Now, I don't know what that is, but this jump in card keeps coming out. Now, this may even be like something where, remember I said checkpoint, check in as I split the deck? You're going through a checkpoint in your life. This may even be something where you maybe start a business or something that is very closely related to what you're doing currently for your parents, or I don't know if this is calling you to go to like nursing school or something where you are a provider and a caregiver for others, like where you pour back into the community type of thing, right? Everything happens for a reason. You say you work in family business. Okay. So good. Good. I mean, keep going in that direction. But I do feel like the qualities that you possess would definitely benefit you in running your own business, or helping other people. I mean, if you're maybe even if you're into helping other people build their businesses, or you come in and you clean up businesses or whatever. But right now, I mean, from my observation, it seems like there's more of a demand for like in-home caregivers, and services for the elderly, for the disabled, especially people with like dementia and things like that. Like, people are moving away from like putting their parents in like nursing homes and shit like that, and they're looking for more sustainable ways to care for their loved ones without sacrificing their work or their personal lives. You said your mom had that, yeah. So, I mean, that could be a good business plan for you. I mean, if you can maybe bring together a team of people to assist you with that, I think it would be really prosperous. Um, and it might even be like a little 2-for-1 deal where you get to continue to take care of your parents or whatever, but now you're profiting from maybe you could even like onboard like practicing nurses and people like that who are looking for work. And as far as like the assistance, like you can get like government assistance, you can get a loan, especially if you have like a good impact behind what you're doing and you have like a good pitch for your business. they'll give you the funding that you need to start, you know, to have a startup business in that area, in that field, because it's in high demand, you know. So just something to consider. I mean, I don't know how far you would be willing to take it, or even if that's an ambition of yours, but after feeling the amount of emotion behind, you know, the situation that you're in, it does feels like there's like an underlying passion there. Maybe not so much for like caring for your parents, but there's like subcontext to that, like there's subtext to that, like, you know, you're very nurturing energy, you know, like you would be a great nurse. You would be a great nurse, like, you know, I don't know if that could be a part of your path. So let's see. Do we want to do tarot, or do we want to do okay. Let me see, how long has it been? Let's just pull it. Let's do this. What am I saying, child? Get it together. Let's use this deck and see what comes out. Okay. So we have the Ten of Pentacles that just flipped out. All right. So yes, this has something to do with family. This has something to do with stability within the home, that type of thing. What you can do to produce wealth in the long term, in the like longevity, pretty much. That's what they want you to focus on, longevity, okay? Get grounded in the present moment and think about, like, okay, what can I use to create like a funnel of like wealth, of abundance, you know, a consistent source of income, to where it doesn't feel like I'm being selfish. It doesn't feel like I'm necessarily turning my back on the people that I love, and I'm still allowed to do something that I love, and it brings in income, and it supports me through supporting these people that I care about and that I'm caring for at this time, you know. So that could be something that you can come to your team with, your spirit guides, that you can pray on even tonight, you know, like ask them for guidance, ask them to give you step-by-step instructions on what to do next, on how to alleviate this burden from you, you know, without it like negatively impacting the people that you love and care about. Now, I did say, like, briefly, like, you know, I don't know if there's going to be somebody passing away, you know, and that could be the relief, you know. I mean, it's never good that anybody's passing away, but if there is time for their contract to come to an end, that's just, it is what it is. You know, you may have even been in a contract with these individuals to highlight a certain aspect of yourself that would benefit you in your future, you know, would become something that you can actually profit off of, you know. So just like earlier, I was talking about my job, and I'm like, oh, I really don't like this place. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, they about to be up out of here, girl. They about to be up out of here, okay? They lived a long, abundant life, a good, a juicy life, that juicy life, okay? You know, so, I mean, let's, we don't want to say that, of course, but let's be realistic here, okay? So that could be what they want you to sit with, like, all right, let's really face reality here. Your parents, it's a possibility that they're going to be departing from this plane very soon. I'm gonna get some timing cards on that, okay? But they want you to come up with a plan for yourself, okay? What do you want to do with the rest of your life? Right? Because sometimes we get so like caught up in doing something, it becomes our like reality, it becomes our identity, you know. And then, okay, God forbid your parents pass away, and it's like, I was putting all of my time, efforts, and energy into this one thing. I don't know what to do with myself now, you know, on top of maybe even, you know, working through the grief that I might be going through right now, you know. So that could be where the grounding is coming from. Like, they want you to get grounded in your emotions. Start to have conversations with them about this. You know, you're gonna have to sit with this, sit with your higher self on this one, because that might be a hard pill to swallow when it happens. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you deserve. That is what you deserve, okay? You know, and if that has been on your heart, that is the direction that they're leading you in right now. But again, something's going to come in, and it may not be what you want, but it's what you need. It's what you need to set you free and to put you in position to go after the very thing that you want to achieve in life. You know? So this is calling you to face that hard truth. You know, it's gonna be a tough pill to swallow. The idea of burying your parents, or, you know, no longer caring for them because you can't, because they're not here, you know. But it's like, try not to dwell on the negative outcome and try to think of the positive, you know. Think of, like, okay, what am I grateful for? You know, what have I learned from my parents all this time that they've been on this earth? You know, how have they poured into me? You know, why do I continue to do what I do? You know, and how can their legacy live on through me? Pretty much, even if that legacy is just pertaining, like, their characteristics, you know, who they are as people, what they value, and things like that. If it's in alignment with what you value, you know. But sitting here in your energy, like, if you feel like a very nurturing soul, very sweet, very, very sweet, okay? And if it is true love and family business and all of that, if that is what you want, that, remember that celebrate card came out, that is what you're getting. That's what you're gonna get, okay? You're gonna get everything that you want and desire once this contract comes to an end, okay? And like I said, I don't know how soon, but it feels like it's going to be soon. We have the Hermit card. It feels like it's gonna be soon, and they want you to prepare for that. They want you to prepare for that because you think you're taking on responsibility now. There's going to be a lot more responsibility that you have to take on once your parents pass away, okay? There's a lot of things that are going to be handed over to you to be responsible for, and you're going to need to be grounded in your emotions to make practical decisions for your future, okay? You can't operate from a space of, okay, what would they want me to do? You can't operate from that space. You have to continue to live on, and you need to make decisions for you. Even if this is like an inheritance or something like that. Invest properly, okay? Invest properly. Stand on your word. If you said, okay, I want to start this business, this is what I'm going to do that, okay? Do that. They are no longer here. They're here with you in spirit, and they will continue to be with you in spirit, but this is their gift to you. Okay, you're getting everything back tenfold. You know, you're gonna feel like it was all worth it, you know. So you're about to be granted some sort of freedom to do what you want to do with your life, to live comfortably, to live freely. Okay, so yep, 8 of Cups. Okay, so let me get some timing cards on this, because clearly there's a heavy message around your parents. There's a heavy message around them possibly departing. So let me see if I can get timing on this for you. Oh, it says you've gone live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. So both are just one. We can look into both. We can look into both. But this is giving me one of them situations. If one go, the other one is gonna go like right after. Like right after, you know. Welcome back, Diamond. Oh shit. Wait a minute. Wait. The card said next month. We're gonna shuffle that. Okay, we're gonna shuffle that. We're gonna shuffle that. All right, spirit guides. Can you give us a timing, please, on Cherry's dad? Possible timing of when he would depart, or his contract will come to an end here. When is his contract ending? When is his contract ending, or what can Cherry prepare for? dad. It came back out, Cherry. It came back out. It said next month looks promising. And let it be a mystery. So to me, this is indicating you're not going to see this coming. You're not going to see this coming. So, I mean, next month, there could be a thing where it's like you start to notice certain things diminishing or getting worse or progressing, you know. This may be like the start of that. Like you're going to start to notice a difference, you know what I'm saying? So, but it says let it be a mystery. Okay, let's get one more. It says June. I wish. It says June, which is next month, Cherry. Okay. This could be why they're telling you to get grounded. Oh gosh, we have July. All right, so let's see. What about her mom? So hope after Father's Day. Yeah, let's hope so. What about her mom? When's the possible? When is her mom's contract possibly ending? Hi. You said in July, birthdays are a week apart. Oh. Let's see. What about her mom? What is a possible time frame for Cherry's mom in her departure? You saw me shuffle that deck. It said next month again. And then this one says next summer. So I'm guessing this is like when summer comes in, which is in June, which is what we just got for your dad. And I said, like, if one person goes, somebody gonna go right after. Like, I don't see that being anything drawn out. Like, if one of them passes away, the other is going to follow, you know, because they have like that soul contract together. And it's like, okay, well, what the hell am I still here for? If, you know, my soulmate on the other side, let me just go ahead and get up out of here. Like, that's the energy that is given. Okay. It says there is no more time. Oh, man, oh man, oh man. Oh man, goddamn. We got time is frozen. Going too fast, slow down, take your time. Okay. You say you want to spend more time with them. It says it's time to take a break. So this could be that relief I was telling you that's coming in. We have May. Okay, so you said, yeah, it could be. It could be somebody else in your family. That could be the mystery, you know, because you don't know. But I heard parents clear as day coming into your reading. So we have May. So I'm currently in the month of May, and they're bringing this to your attention at this time. You know, they're telling you to take a break, to get grounded, to actually sit in the possibility of this happening so you can prepare yourself. So when it does happen, you're not a complete freaking mess. You know, you can act accordingly and, you know, get things done. Of course, there will be a time to grieve and to cry and, you know, really sit in your emotions about it. But they just want you to take like a more mature approach to the situation. Because you're going to be put in the spotlight for some reason. Or I don't know if this is like other family members like are going to be watching you or reaching out to you, and you're going to have to answer to a lot of people pretty much. So I just see you being like the center of attention because of this situation. No more time came out again. This one says 12 months from now. So I don't know if that's saying like something happened a year ago, like 12 months ago. You know? I don't know. But there says there's no more time. So I'm assuming they're talking about the past. They're talking about the 12 months that already passed. So I don't know what was going on for you a year ago. But whatever was happening, you might even want to like look in your notes, your phone, your pictures. Something happened around this time a year ago that is definitely like a synchronicity for what's going on right now. Okay, you said family drama. Okay, that could be why you're going to be at the center of attention. All right, that could be resurfacing, and you're going to need to be grounded in your emotions so that you can communicate effectively and set strong boundaries with these individuals that may try to come in and take advantage of you. Okay. It says you have the power to create the timing by taking action. Okay. So to me, that clarifies that. We have July that came out again, and we have August here. So yeah, summertime is very significant for you. Summertime. This one says next week. So it's close. It's close. We can just say that like this is happening pretty soon. Okay. Pretty soon. We're gonna hope that we got more time. You know, this 12-month card came out, but it does feel like this is like past energy. Especially it came out on the left side as well. Okay. Okay. Let's get you angel number, and then we're gonna end that. So this could be a number that, you know, is popping out to you, you know, you've been seeing often, or this is just a number that they want you to pay close attention to, or take the message that comes with this. Yes, they lived a good life. They lived a nice, juicy life, okay? Nice, juicy life. That's what I hope for. Exactly. You know, you have everything to be grateful for. Everything to be grateful for. Like, you should be celebrating their life, you know? Don't let all these motherfuckers in your family come in and try to make this about them and make false accusations and all this other shit, because guess what? You're doing this shit on your fucking own. You're taking care of them. I bet not near one of them motherfuckers check in. They don't come see them probably. They not coming and taking care of them. You're doing that. All right? So if this abundance comes in for you, let's say it is an inheritance or whatever, be motherfucking selfish, okay? Be motherfucking selfish. It's crazy. People only come together, what? When it's a funeral or when it's a baby being born? And when the baby being born, they just come to be fucking nosy. And when it's a funeral, they looking for handouts. Like, that's crazy. That's insane. 4 years and they ain't checked on him? And I bet that man ain't done so much for them. I bet your parents were like very caring people. Very selfless people. And that's why you are the way that you are. You came from good people. You are a good person. But the rest of these motherfuckers, they kick rocks. They kick rocks, and this is why they're going to need you to stand in your power. Okay? They're going to try to guilt trip you about your blessing. Yep. And it might be her that go first, just so she could back you up, okay? She going to be making sure that you don't take no shit from them. Because, you know, maybe she's going to pass on and She'll be the one that's leaving something behind for you. Okay, angel numbers. Angel numbers for Cherry. 33. Anxiety. Okay. It says calm, resilience, trust, support, inner strength, and overcoming fear. Don't let anxiety or stress take control. What have we been saying this entire reading? They want you to get grounded in your emotions, okay? As they will only pull you into darkness where fear and panic prevail. Stay strong and trust yourself. The angels have faith in you. What are the sources of my anxiety? Is questions that you can ask yourself. And how can I build trust in myself to overcome them? When you feel anxiety creeping in, take a moment to practice deep breathing. What did we do in the beginning? We took a deep breath, right? Take a moment to practice deep breathing or a grounding technique to remind yourself of your inner strength and the support around you, okay? So again, big on grounding. Breath work is going to be very beneficial for you, okay? Let's get another one. We have 1818. This one says meant for success. So now we're talking about that business that you plan on starting, okay? Success, purpose, change, prosperity, and life path transformation, okay? A major change. Yes. Fuck them if they thought it was weird. So what? They should be hugging the motherfucking tree, okay? I love being outside. I walk every day. When I'm on my lunch breaks, I walk. I love it. I just soak it all in. The trees, the nature, it all is so good for you, okay? So it says a major change is coming, and while it may feel disruptive, it's guiding you towards success. Okay, so that major change exactly could be the shift, it could be the passing away, but they're asking you to stay solid. Stay solid, okay? Don't allow this to throw you off your path. Don't allow this to distract you from the guidance that they're trying to give you at this time, okay? Embrace the shift as it will lead you to your purpose and financial prosperity. Wasn't this what I was saying to you? Like the very thing that you're doing right now could actually turn into a business. And maybe not right now, but maybe after they pass away and you're able to take that inheritance or whatever they leave you, you're gonna flip it, you're gonna reinvest it and pour it into a business that correlates with something that you are already doing, something that you're naturally gifted at. And it may be like you taking care of others or building others up, supporting others in some way, shape, or form, like a lot of humanitarian work, like maybe a nonprofit or something like that. Like you would be really good with that stuff, organizing things, events, planning events. I'm even getting like you could be like a wedding planner or something like that. Like you're very gifted with like coordinating things. You hear them sirens? You probably can't hear them, but they're confirmation, okay? But soon the reason for this change will become clear, revealing your true path. It says, what changes are you facing? How can you embrace them to align with success? Prepare yourself for upcoming changes by setting clear goals and staying focused on your purpose, okay? Embrace the shifts as opportunities for growth and success and be open to discovering new paths. Yes, okay? So whatever's getting ready to happen is supposed to happen. This is being divinely orchestrated, okay? And you're being set up for success at this time. So we have 1313, okay? It says seek comfort, right? So whatever this path is, it's going to come in with a tower. It's going to come in with a bang, okay? And they look, don't shake, okay? Be unshakable at this time. Stay grounded. This tower is going to come in. It might hit you like a wave of emotions, but you got this, all right? You're going to handle it like a boss. Once you get through that little wave, then it's going to come in your abundance. This is going to be the support that you need to bring you comfort, okay? You're going to be in a very comfortable position in your life to even experience true love if that's what you want. You're going to be in a space where you can welcome and invite in a partner to support you on this journey, whether it's in your business endeavors or building a family of your own. You're not going to do it alone, okay? You had to take care of your parents. You had to do that by yourself. But as far as like what's coming after that, this next journey for you, you're going to have somebody that's going to come in and pour into you. Okay, they're going to take care of you. They're going to lick your wounds. They're going to help you heal, right? This may even be a person that comes in right at the time where you're going through this grief. They may be the rock that you need. You know what I'm saying? You might actually, this might be something coming in at the same time for you. Like at the moment you go through a loss is at the very same time is when this person is going to come in and support you. So you're not going to crumble. You're not going to shake because you're going to have a support system backing you up. All right, being the strength and the reinforcement that you need, you know, once this huge shift comes in for you. Okay, but I say all of that because on this card it says seek comfort, right? It says comfort, protection, assurance, support, okay, safety, angels, and reassurance. So whoever's coming in towards you, you're going to feel like a God sent angel. They're going to feel like the support that you've been needing. Like you can actually just relax into this energy, even if it's like a new friend. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy, right? And it feels good to actually get that support from an outside influence, you know, somebody that you can open up to, somebody you can vent to, somebody you can be vulnerable with, you know, who understands your passion, who understands like your drive and your reason for being who you are and doing what you do, what you did. You know, that takes a lot of strength. That takes a lot of courage. I'm sure it's days you've had to pack down your emotions just so that you could put on a strong face for your parents, right? And maybe never really having a place to unpack all of those emotions either. But I feel like you're gonna be granted like a safe space to do that, whether it's something that you're pouring your time and energy into, a business maybe or a passion project, or like I said, this is somebody physically coming in to support you, you know, to support you emotionally as well, right? Okay, so they want you to know that you can seek comfort and safety under their watchful care as they work extra hard to shield you from any negativity. In what areas uh, hmm, in what areas of my life do I need extra comfort and protection? And how can I seek it with the reassurance of my angels? Take a moment to create a comforting space for yourself, whether through relaxation, meditation, or connecting with a trusted friend, okay? So I do feel like this is like a friend coming in, or this could be a potential lover coming in for you. Maybe it starts off as a friendship and you guys deepen, you know, as you're having these vulnerable moments with this person and sharing some of your like deepest fears and innermost feelings. Like you may develop a stronger bond with this person that turns into like a romantic partnership, you know, or even like a business partnership. Like you're going to be going into business with the person that you have romantic feelings for, possibly. But they're going to feel like a friend, like somebody that feels like home, somebody you can trust, somebody you can depend on, lean on during this time, okay? Remember that you are under the care of your angels, okay? And that's 1313. So we had 33, which is a number you can look out for. We have 1818, and we have 1313. So these are numbers that could be standing out to you. The number 1, 8, 3, 18, and 13 could be standing out to you. Or this is what they're going to be sending to you to give you reassurance, okay? So that was it, Cherry. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. I'm kind of glad that you were the person who got the reading, because that was needed. Like your message. I mean, it might have even been a message for other people as well who might be in a similar situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be that, oh, you're taking care of your parents or whatever, but whatever it is that has been a distraction from your true purpose in life, that is going to be cleared out, okay? It's going to be cleared out. It's going to be removed from your path so you can see clearly and you can come up with a plan. You can come up with a strategy and you can act on these things and go for it. Shoot for the motherfucking stars, okay? This is the time to do it. This is the time to act on those things. It's time to take action. This is the green light, all right? This is the green light. This is for anybody who's watching. You've been sitting on something for long enough. You've been sitting on a decision long enough. It's time to make up your mind and figure out what you're about to do next, okay? But yeah, that was it. That was cool. I like how that reading flowed, you know? Okay, so we liking the new decks. We're liking the new decks. I like that. Did I use this card like that? No, I didn't even use the tarot deck for real. I think the Ten of Pentacles came out, but that was it. Yeah. We like the deck. We like the deck, but that is all the time that I have for today, y'all. Okay, I said that I'm sticking to my boundaries. 8:30 to 10:30. That's the window. All right, so we're gonna be back on this thing tomorrow from 8:30 to 10:30. Okay. Yes, I was just going to say. Okay, I will be back on 8:30 to 10:30. I'm gonna I want to commit to doing this at least 4 times a week. You know, this could just be a thing that I do when I get off of work and we just stick to our little window. But yes, I will be doing donations on live for you guys to get a reading with me. My base price for live readings is going to be $15, and any additional questions you have is going to be $5 extra, okay? Cash App, all of that stuff will be provided when I get back on live tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you to anybody who's on TikTok who tuned in. I appreciate you. I appreciate, of course, my supporters on YouTube, my OG subscribers. I love you guys to pieces. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for sticking it out. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. Bye.